January 9th, 2005, Lambeau Field, Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Bad blood, frozen tundra, winter go home.
But there was a full moon in the end zone. This is Straight Ass, homie. Welcome to Games with Names. I'm Julian Edelman. They're Jack and Kyler, and we are on a mission to find the greatest game of all time. And we got a great episode coming up with hilarious actor-comedian Nick Swardson. And if you haven't already, drop a like and a subscribe to Games with Names. Let's get into it. Games with Names is a production of iHeartRadio. Welcome to Games with Names. Today we have a special guest and we'll be looking at the 2004 NFC Wildcard Game, Vikings versus Packers, the Moon Game, with the one and only Nick Swardson.
Meryl Streep. Hi, everybody. How are you? It's good to see you.
It's great to have you here in the Nut House. Nick, we start the show off always in one sentence. Why did you pick this game?
In one sentence?
In one sentence. No one ever follows the one sentence, but we'll see. We judge our guests.
I'll say devastating turn of events. Ooh.
Is that a teaser?
Yep. I'm out of here.
This guy knows. This guy. Nick! Is this the greatest game of all time?
It's up there. It's a pretty great game. I'll say devastating turn of events is this was kind of the impetus for us, not me, but the organization getting rid of Randy Moss. That's what that was one thing they said, our old owner, Redmond Combs.
This was his second to last game.
Yeah.
This was his second to last.
Well,
So-
the first
No, we
stint,
lost to
the
the
first
Eagles.
stint.
Now, the mooning incident was is a huge reason he got traded.
That's what they were saying. They said that, he was like difficult or whatever. And then they said, oh, and then this happened.
God.
And it's so absurd. It's like, and then they were saying that Randy Moss did that in retaliation because the Packers actually physically mooned the Vikings
Real moon.
off the bus.
Real moon, real butt.
Yeah, they real moon, fresh labias. They showed off, and so that was a retaliation to the Packers.
That's a retaliation move.
So yeah, and Randy Moss, it wasn't even a real moon. He just did a little shimmy.
It is so crazy. We were watching the highlights of this and
Yeah.
going down memory lane, and they couldn't even show. They're like, all right, we won't show. It was on ESPN. It was the Sports Center with Berman. He's like, we're not going to show you, but Randy did a very inappropriate act right here. They wouldn't show the moon. They
wouldn't show it.
They wouldn't show it.
And you saw this. The best is Joe Buck's reaction
What did Joe
to the
say?
moon. He's like, oh, this is crazy. How can he do that? It was like,
What a disgusting act.
yeah, what a disgusting act. It's like, I wish Randy had really done it.
Yeah.
And not only that, gone potty and then thrown it at the Packer fans. That's where I'm at.
Now, speaking of disgusting acts, how about these current Vikings?
I've got to be careful about how I talk about it because I don't want to be a downer. It's just I support the team. Yeah, it's mind blowing to me.
Now, Sam Darnold leaving the building. What were your thoughts on that?
I couldn't believe it. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. He was all set. I remember in December they announced, they're like, okay, Sam's coming back. We're going to go with him. And then we had two snafus with the Lions and then the playoff game in LA against the Rams, which the Rams are a great team. They're on the road. Darnold didn't play well, but it's like, yeah, that's going to happen. And then they just bailed on him. And it's like, I don't know how you implode a 14-3 team. The reason that wasn't a bigger deal is because the Lions went 15-1, which is insane. So nobody really talked about how the Vikings had this crazy season, but I just don't know how you implode a 14-3 team after that.
It's so crazy. I mean,
what would you think if that happened to you And you were like, wait, what? We're getting rid of the...
I remember vividly after the season, I look at our the guys and I go, there's no shot they're letting Sam walk out the building with 14 wins. Is there? For a rookie quarterback? Especially at the number the Seahawks got him at, which is $30 million, which is a mid-tier contract, which means you could still pay other guys and have a good team around them.
Yeah, completely.
Like,
and they were saying it was a money issue, and it's like, no, it wasn't. No, it was. And I became friends with Sam via social media, and he's super cool, man. And I stood by him for the Seahawks. I was like, yeah, run, just go, dude, go win it.
It's been really cool to watch him have success, though, because of the story, though. Even though your Vikings didn't win, watching Sam Darnold go out there, I mean, I doubted him for years. And then to see him go out and prove people wrong, I thought that was insane. That was a fun story, at least.
That's a great story. And it's like, it's hard for quarterbacks. When they come out of college, you get highly drafted. There's so much pressure. And it's, way better than I do. But like, if you don't fit into a system and you get thrown into something that just doesn't work for you, it implodes. And then everyone's like, oh, this guy's a bust. And it's like, well, no, this guy wasn't given a shot. I mean, you look at the Cleveland Browns. I mean, how many quarterbacks have they gone through where they had a first round pick? I always feel bad for that. But
and the Jets are right there with them.
The Jets.
Oh,
I mean, is that like, so I'm NFC North. And so the Packers are our biggest rival, like by a mile. And it's to the point where I've had to, it was like unhealthy. I was getting so upset about Green Bay, Minnesota games. I couldn't watch them in public. The 2004 game, I think I watched at home because I did watch at home because I can't be out at a bar and watch a game, especially a big game. But do the Patriots have the equivalent? Like if the Vikings don't win the Super Bowl, which we don't, if we don't win the Super Bowl, all we care about is beating the Packers. Like that's our Super Bowl. So do the Patriots have a rival like that?
Yeah, the Jets.
The Jets, right?
Boston, New York, always.
Right, that's what I would assume.
Some money in there.
The Jets have just been such a disaster.
I wouldn't say though, like if we don't go to the Super Bowl, the Jets can't win. It was never that big because it was so one-sided for at least when I was there.
For a while. For a while.
For a long time.
It was a solid one side.
I mean, they beat us twice though, and they beat us once in the to go to the AFC Championship in 14. No, in what year is that? That 11? Was 2010. 2010 with Sanchez.
Yeah.
So they had a couple runs.
Well, for them, I bet you are that way. You know what I mean?
Yes,
like they're like, okay,
1,000%.
we're gonna eat shit. So hopefully we take down the Pats. Right.
Do you believe in JJ McCarthy?
I mean, yeah. I've got to, I support the kid. I feel bad for him to be thrown in to, again, like a 14-3 team. And you've got a guy like Justin Jefferson. And, this dude just got thrown into it. And, he got injured. And then, God, man, it's just, I feel like you have to have a season or two of a really hard backing up of a quarterback. I mean, you see it with what Aaron Rodgers did with Favre and Jordan Love did with Rodgers. And I don't know.
But then these new owners, they see CJ Stroud go up and light it up and have the best rookie season of all time for a quarterback. And then the very next year, Jaden Daniels does the same thing and tops it. So then you got these owners that have a whole lot of money now. Back in the day, they didn't have the money to just move on.
Yeah.
Now they could just say, fuck it. It's a rounding error. We'll get a new guy. The patience for these guys, I've heard Brady talk about it at length, that agreeing with what you just said, let the guy sit, let him learn. But it's tough because other people have done it. And in business, like the comedy world, when someone else goes and does something, then your agent or the people you're working for says, why can't you do that?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just one of those things where that's the sad part of it.
Yeah, and to address what you said, Tom and I are always on the same wavelength. It's kind of a broken record at that point. But yeah, it actually is similar to comedy because let's say you'll have a kid that has a really funny 10 minutes or 5 minutes or a couple minutes that goes viral on the internet. So what agents will do will be like, oh, well, this guy needs his own sitcom or this guy needs his own movie. And it's like that they're not ready.
Talk to
just because they
Talk to her.
Exactly.
Did she get a podcast?
Yeah, but then she did the pump and dump with the fake coin, went down. Now she's back. I think she's back with OnlyFans.
Let's
to be
go.
fair, they give pretty cool little arc there.
Well, you know what's even crazier? She's now backing up McCarthy.
Oh,
That's how crazy this world is that she's like, give me the ball. Fucking lightning strikes, man. That's what we do.
Is there any interest in Kyler Murray, Tua, or Mac Jones, or Malik Willis?
Malik Willis would probably be the most exciting for me, honestly. I would be interested in Kyler. Nothing against Mac or Tua. Tua just, I feel like he gets injured a lot.
Yeah.
I think he's got a health
play away
problem. Yeah. Play away. But I don't know. It's just frustrating to wrap my head around it. I don't know.
Well, let's wrap our head around something that you do know about, your new comedy special on YouTube, Toilet Head. Now, how do you come up with naming these awesome specials?
So my comedy, I've never taken anything seriously outside of football, but I don't take anything seriously. So when I did my first hour on Comedy Central, they were like, what do you want to call it? And I'm like, I want to call it Seriously Who Farted.
That's a good one, though.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
And so I'm in the room with the executives and they're like, oh, that's funny, but what do you want to call it? Like, for real? And I'm like, Seriously Who Farted? And they're like, that's what you want to call it? And I'm like, yeah, because I just want, in case it gets nominated for something, I want somebody to have to say on a stage, like, all right, and next the nominee, Seriously Who Farted? And then people were like, what the hell is that? So then I just ran with it after that. And I just started naming my specials because some comedians take it really seriously or they make it kind of boring. And I'm like, you can still have fun with the name. So Toilet Head, I just thought I got not known for, but like telling a lot of shit jokes. So I just called myself like, I have a toilet head. Like my brain is just
Did it get
talking
nominated?
about farts. It did not get nominated. It will. I realized pretty quickly, nothing I do is getting nominated. Like the only nominations I've had are for Razzies, which are the worst of actors. And I've been nominated probably 7 times. And every time, most of the times I've lost, if not every time, I've lost to Sandler. So that's pretty fun.
Did you go?
I would go if I won 100%. Yeah, I got nominated multiple times in one year. I got nominated for Worst Actor, Bucky Larson. Supporting Actor, just go with it. Worst Movie, Bucky Larson. Worst Screenplay, Bucky Larson, which I wrote with Adam and Covert. So it was like, all right.
Like the Susan Lucci of the Razzies. Golly.
Yeah, totally.
So we're not drinking anymore.
Yeah, quit drinking, man. It's been a year and a half.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, thank
Amazing.
you.
How does it feel?
It feels great. And I'm not one of those sober people that just is like, hey, man, here's the deal. But here is the deal. I was a really fun drunk. I love drinking. I had a blast. I love drinking with fans, love doing shots with fans. But my only thing that I will tell people is that it'll catch up to you physically. Like you'll have problems. I used to brag about how much I could drink. I thought it was cool when I was in my 30s and then bleeding into my 40s. And it's not like when you're 45 and you're blacked out at the bar, it's not the best look. Well, but you've got to be careful. So if you're a drinker, that's fine. But just make sure you monitor and how much you're drinking. And
what were some of the best cities to drink in?
All of them. Every city is fucking great to drink in. I mean, so like New Orleans is great. Vegas is great. But like I would throw down in like Springfield, Missouri. There's like a great club there called the Blue Room. And I would spend like a week. One of my MOs was I would do a show for a week or even one show. I would do a gig, a casino. And then I would just stay in that town for like a month. So I did a college in Miami one time. I just stayed in South Beach for a month.
I mean, that's a good place.
Yeah, it was great. But one of my favorite moments, I think they might have told you, is I'm in Vegas. I can't remember the year. You can find it. I'm in Vegas and I'm at this club at the at the Wynn. And I have a table. And they were like, hey, do you know who's at the table next to you? And I'm like, no. And they go, Gronk. And I'm like, what? And I look over and there's Gronk, massive Gronk. And he's like, what? Dude, points at me. And you know that feeling when you're a big partier and you run into another big partier where it's almost like two tornadoes and you're excited, but also horrified? Like when I saw him, I was like, oh no. Oh no. Like, here we go. And Gronk goes, dude, are you drinking? And I'm like, yeah, I have a table in Vegas. Like, no, man, I'm going to go to Barnes & Noble in like a half hour and fucking read up on some Nietzsche. And it's like, yeah, dude, let's do this. So anyway, he's with his crew. I'm with my crew. It just, the wheels come off. Bottles, like there's no glasses anymore. It's just like chugging.
Straight chug.
So half of his buddies are just falling like flies. And then I start to just fade away. I'm out. And I grab the VIP host and I'm like, I gotta get out of here. And Rob's like, what is going on? And I'm like, I almost can't see. So they get me to my room, wake up the next day, and my buddy, one of my friends goes, dude, have you opened your phone? Have you seen TMZ? And I'm like, no. And he goes, bro, Gronk, after like 5 minutes after you left, went on stage, fucking, I think it was shirtless, body slammed his buddy, hurt his wrist, and he's fucking out. And I'm like, what? And he's like, it's all on camera. And I'm like, oh my God, I saw it. I'm like, holy shit. And then part of me was like, if I had stuck around a little bit longer,
You would have been body slammed.
oh, dude,
It would have been you.
I would have body slammed Gronk somehow with just Jaeger energy, just fucking, oh. But yeah, I'll never forget that. I was like, holy shit.
He's the best. He's such a fun dude to be
Dude,
around.
he's such a fun guy. I've run into him throughout the years. He's always so nice. And he's
Sweetheart.
just such a sweetheart. And he's just fun. Like everything about the guy, his
He's
energy.
like a golden retriever.
Yeah, totally. It's
Like,
a complete
just like-
golden retriever.
Like, yeah, let's
Yeah,
do it.
that'll
Yeah.
body slam you. A giant golden retriever.
Giant golden
It's like
retriever.
Clifford, that dog. That big dog.
He's Clifford.
Yeah,
That's it.
That's perfect. I've been thinking about it. It's Clifford.
nailed it.
Thank God we got Nick on.
Rob, you're Clifford. No going back.
No.
Spread the word, everybody.
See, you comedians, you guys can just come up with stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like a Tourette's. We're just constantly. Yeah, and I mean, even like when you sober up too, like your brain is just on all 4 cylinders, just going. You know what I mean? Maybe even more cylinders.
Now, is there like a joke you came up with that you thought was hilarious that didn't land the way you wanted it to, or people didn't like it?
Yeah, I mean, there's tons of them.
What's like the one that you know the most, like you remember the most?
You get so in your head about comedy that you get obsessed with things that you think are funny and you just know it's not going to work. And so, but then that makes it even funnier when you do it and it just eats it. And you're just like, you just kind of laugh to yourself. So there's one that I thought of and I tried it twice and it has not come close to working. And I'm like, hey, I like going to really nice dinners. And I went to a really expensive restaurant. And it was a Michelin restaurant. It was like $300 a head. And me and my friend finished the dinner and there were no leftovers. And it was so expensive. So then to just maximize my money, the next day I ate my own shit. And dude, silence.
I liked it.
I think it's solid.
I thought
I like
it was, I would say it's a 7.8.
A 7.8. I like that. I'll take
7.8. I mean, it's not like an 8 or a 9, but that's a midway joke that you got to keep going for the next joke.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. I shouldn't put that much weight to isolate it. Maybe I'll just blend it in.
Yeah.
And then, throw it away.
Blend in the shit.
But yeah, blend it in. Fucking diarrhea smoothie right there.
Now, what's life like for you on tour?
I'm off tour right now. So I'm really excited about, I decided to get off the road. And my goal right now, and this has helped with my sobriety, is focusing. And I want to get comedies back in the theaters.
Got to.
Like that is my goal. I've got 4 original scripts. I created a TV show. I'm out with all of them. And that's my goal, man. I miss it. I mean, I'm going to be 50 this year. So I grew up in the 90s. So my high school, I would go to the theaters and see Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison,
Dumb and Dumber.
Something About Mary, Dumb and Dumber, Ace Ventura. Yeah.
94 was an elite year.
It was elite. And I remember, and even after that, seeing, I thought, so what's the hardest you've ever laughed in a movie theater at a movie? Could you remember?
Yeah, probably, right, that just came to my head, Superbad.
Yeah.
Because I was on a date in college and it was like, I just got into college and I remember having the opening scene where they're talking about hiding their porn subscription from their parents. Like, that scene?
Yeah.
I specifically remember having that same conversation with my friends like a year earlier.
Bowling website.
And I'm there on a date. She's dying. I'm dying. It was just, I started laughing the whole fucking movie. That was a fun movie.
That was a great movie.
I love that. And then I love I love Jim Carrey. Back in the day, Dumb and Dumber.
Great.
I loved, we were going over the time and place with this, we'll talk about it, but like the Ben Stiller movies, your guys' movies, I put you in Sandler's category along with him and his little disciples. It's kind of like the tree, like the coaching tree. You got the Bill Parcells.
Oh, yeah, totally.
You got the Bill
That's
Walsh.
funny. That's a good analogy.
You know what I mean? So you got the trees like that. Comedy was the best from 90 to probably 2010 to me.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I remember being in the theater and the hardest I've laughed, I remember Something About Mary in the theater. Dude, when the guy pulls the baseball up from behind Ben Stiller's ear and he body slams him on the table. It's one of the only times where I stood up. I was laughing so hard at that scene and the whole theater was losing their minds. That Team America I saw in the theater.
Team America was awesome.
Dude, I again got up out of my seat. I remember I saw it with Spade and Spade's like, where are you going? And I was laughing so hard. I'm like, I can't walk. I gotta walk. The scene where there was many scenes, but the one where the dude is in the alley vomiting and you could tell Matt and Trey were like, just turn up the vomit as high as you can. And then the guy's just like spastically vomiting. I fucking couldn't breathe. I thought I was going to die. I literally thought I was going to die.
What was some of your favorite when you were young? Like when your young experience?
When I was really, really young, it was Monty Python.
Monty Python?
Yeah. Watching those movies and
Trading Places.
Trading Places, Caddyshack. That whole era too was incredible. But in the 90s is when it got really amped up, where it was another level. And a lot of the issue is with streaming. A lot of people are streaming now. Like Stiller's doing TV, Will Ferrell's doing TV, Sandler's got
Which
his
is
deal.
so crazy to me because back in the day, like
Nobody
in the
did
90s
TV.
or even in the early 2000s, if you saw a movie star doing TV, it was
that was
like
the end.
It was like what's going on right now? Like remember when McConaughey did the True Detectives for the first time? That was like one of the first that I was like, is he doing a drama on HBO? No way.
Yeah.
Is it over?
Dude, that is it over. And then you watch the show and you're like, am I over? Are we all dead? What is going on? That was a great show. How different would that show would have been if it was me and Spade? That would have been. They should do a spinoff and just see. Same tone though.
How is Spade?
What?
How's Spade doing?
He's solid.
I've hung out with Spade a few times.
Yeah,
Spade,
he's around.
He's always around.
Yeah.
He randomly came to like watch a fight at my buddy's house once. And he just kind of spaded around, just.
Yeah, he spades around. Did you see my last special where I told the story about urinating on him in a helicopter?
No, let's hear
it. So David's one of my best friends. He's literally like my older brother, which is a side thing because it's funny because we roast each other online all the time on social media, on Instagram and stuff. I'm constantly posting just slams on him. And then people in the comments will be like, oh my God, David, he's going to be really sad about this. Like, leave David alone and all these things. And they're like, David's funnier than you are. Fuck you, Nick. And I'm like, you guys were friends. We're part of the same thing.
Trolling is crazy now.
Yeah, it's crazy. But so David invited me to go see Def Leppard and Bryan Adams in San Bernardino. So that's about maybe an hour outside of LA. And so David called me up and he's like, hey, I'm going to this concert. Do you want to go? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, how are we going to get there? Traffic's going to be shit. And he goes, I got a helicopter. So I'm like, okay, cool. Whatever. Yeah, let's do it. So we get in this helicopter. It's just me and him and his date. And I've never been on a helicopter before. You know what I mean? I'm not fucking Magnum PI. So we go in this helicopter and I realize I have to pee. And there's no bathrooms on a helicopter.
No, it's like a 20-minute ride.
Well, yeah, it was about half hour. So I'll give it 10 more minutes. But still, I had to pee. You know what peeing is, Julian? Jesus Christ.
So I got a kid. I'm like, can we pee before the fucking trip? I mean, what are we doing?
Exactly.
Let's go.
Let's go. So that's what I said to David. I go, I got to go. I'm like, is there a bathroom? And he's like, there are no bathrooms on helicopters. So I'm like, okay. So then I go, well, I got to pee really, really bad. And he's like, piss out the window. So I didn't realize he was joking when he said that. So there was like a sliding window. And so I'm so dumb that I thought the pee would just go pee. Like it would go pee like you normally go pee.
Sucks right in,
and it doesn't do that. Like, you know.
It sucks right in.
It's like hitting a fan and it hit it and just sprayed, just, and it went on David's date and then splashed on David. And he's like, what the fuck? And I go, you said piss out the window. And he goes, I was joking. And I'm like, oh my God, it was so awkward. And then we got to the concert and then he just ditched me. And he went and hung out with Bryan Adams, who I love Bryan Adams. And then I just was floating around this concert. And then afterwards we flew home. And I'm like, where were you? And he goes, I was hanging out with Bryan Adams. And I go, why didn't you tell me? He's like, you peed on me. So I wasn't going to invite you. I might not ever invite you to anything ever again. And I'm like, I think the helicopter was the fucking problem. I'm not going to sit here.
You told me to go pee.
Yeah, you said it. But David and I have reconciled, so it's fine.
Man, comedy?
Yeah, comedy. Those are my friends. All my friends are comics.
Comedy.
Like,
That's the best.
I mean, you got to be really good comedy if you guys would take a helicopter to San Bernardino to see Def Leppard. You got to be really good comedy.
That's the best part. And it was one of the best shows. I highly recommend that double bill.
When was your I made it moment in comedy?
When I did my first half-hour special, I did on Comedy Central, rest in peace, Comedy
R.I.P.
Central.
Fucking
How do you mess up a whole network? It's like they just imploded a fucking network. They had every comic. I just did a cruise with the Workaholics guys. They're buddies of mine, and it was awesome. And we were just talking about it on the cruise. Like that heyday, the heyday you're talking about of, mid-90s to 20, with Comedy Central, maybe 2015.
Yeah.
It was like wild. All the stand-up, Reno 911, Workaholics. They still have South Park, Chappelle, Key and Peele.
Broad City.
It was Broad City. There were so many bangers. It was like, and
they'd have they'd have the specials. They'd have comics on.
Plus the roasts.
All the time.
The roasts were big.
The roasts were Comedy Central. But yeah, they did all those half hours, which I was a part of that new wave of comedy, like towards the late 90s, early 2000s. It was me and Mitch Hedberg, Greg Giraldo, Dane Cook, Pablo Francisco. There was just a whole wave of people.
You like ducks? I like ducks. Remember he's talking about the strippers? I loved Pablo Francisco when I was a kid. Because remember back in the day, we would rip all your guys' comedy specials off of Napster.
Yeah.
And we would just listen it to that way.
I wonder why they went under.
I was like 13.
This is why I'm here.
Also, Comedy Central was great for developing talent too. Like they could take a risk on like a show.
Well, Workaholics was like that.
Yeah.
They rolled the dice on that. And Comedy Central didn't even develop Reno 911. Reno 911 was shot by Fox and then thrown away. And Comedy Central somehow found it. And they were like, oh yeah, we'll make this.
There's no more Comedy Central in Paramount.
No,
they got
they're selective of what they have.
It's just like the Office rerun.
Well, the network itself, but Paramount picked up their catalogs. But like my show, Pretend Time, which was on for 2 seasons, crazy sketch show that I don't know if we could get away with a lot of that now, but they don't even have any of that. So you can't find it. So that's what's super weird too.
I get in a wormhole sometimes. You said sketch show. I get in a wormhole of fucking In Living Color.
Oh, amazing.
How outrageous and unbelievable that show was.
It was so incredible.
Oh my God.
And people, they don't talk about it enough because it was really, they had so many great sketches for so long.
Fire Marshal Bill, Homie the Clown.
Yeah, it's crazy.
How about, that they actually invented the halftime show?
Yeah, that's wild. I don't know if people know that story.
Yeah, I guess so. Like they put on a special before the halftime show was big. At halftime, it was the Wayans brothers.
Yeah,
right?
you switch over to Fox, and then they do their own,
and it killed.
It was massive,
and so that's when the league took that into note and like, well, we need to do something extraordinary to get these ratings,
right?
And then so it basically led into what the halftime show has come today.
Yeah, totally
it's crazy.
Super Bowl 26, crazy. Good pull, brother.
Yeah, 1992. They drew 20 to 30 million viewers away from CBS.
That's insane.
Wow.
20 to 30
I didn't know it was
million.
that many.
Man, it's
Wow.
insane.
That's wild.
Now you can do the Puppy Bowl.
Yeah.
We're going into the 20th year anniversary of Grandma's Boy.
Yep.
Let's
Congratulations.
go, baby. Let's go.
Chance win. Yes.
What's your favorite?
Well, yeah, but so sorry, what were you gonna say?
Go. What were you gonna say?
Well, that's why I'm trying to. It's so funny because it's 20 years from Grandma's Boy, which is crazy to think about. But that's my goal, is to get movies back, in the theaters, but that kind of comedy where I love all those movies that I was a part of, like Grandma's Boy, Benchwarmers, Bucky Larson. I mean, all these movies that are just so fun and you just want to detach and laugh, you know? So that's my goal. And it's funny because the pushback I'm getting of the script I'm doing now, I can't really talk about it, but it's really close to happening. And the fucking notes I'm getting on the script are producers going, oh, you can't say that. Oh, you can't say that. You can't say that. And I'm like, that's the whole point. Like, people don't want, you know,
we're still not there yet.
I know, but I want to be
back.
there. And it's nothing like that crazy. Yeah. It's just, you know, we all need to laugh together and with each other and make jokes. And comedians are always on another level where we don't get that mandate of like, hey, just so you know, here you go. You can't say this and that and that. It's like, if you tell a comedian, hey, don't do this, they're gonna triple down.
Yeah, they're gonna do it.
Yeah. I mean, you're not gonna go to Tom Brady and be like, hey, no long balls. Just keep it tight. Yeah. Just 10-yard passes. Okay, thanks. Like, that's fucking dumb.
It is.
Can I swear? I didn't even realize.
You can
Let it
swear,
rip, baby.
Okay, I don't know.
What was your favorite?
That'd be great if you're like, hey, Nick, we got to cut all this.
Yeah.
You can. We're censoring you.
You're done, Bubs.
You're out.
What was your favorite memory of making that movie?
Making Grandma's Boy?
Grandma's Boy.
All of it. The thing is I'm really bad, and I'm sure people have seen when comedians and actors break in scenes. What is yours?
I was just thinking of, did you call your parents your roommates in that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I just thought of.
I love that. I wrote,
yeah, my roommates are in the other room.
But anything the robot guy said, there was a point where I was thrown off the set, and I'm one of the writers, producers, and co-stars, and they were like, you can't, we got to now frame the shot up where you're not in it, because I kept laughing. So anytime the robot guy, played by Joel Moore, who's awesome, sit on my face. Every fucking thing he said, I lost it, dude. It's so hard. And I'm sure people can, like, if you had to be in a scene with these people, I mean, it's almost, if I walk into a scene and I look at Sandler, I start laughing. And he does the same thing. We've ruined so many takes, but Grandma's Boy was literally to the point where I was thrown off the set, where they were like, you can't do it, because I would ruin it for other people and other people would break. Benchwarmers was really bad. I remember there was a scene where it was a wide shot. So when you're shooting a scene where you establish a wide, which is everybody in the scene. So we're shooting that scene, and it was the whole crew. I mean, the whole cast. So I'm standing there behind John Heater. The other guys are on the couch, and we do this scene. It's really intense. It's Rob Schneider admitting he was a bully. And then to break up the drama of it, the robot wheels in, and he has milkshakes, and he goes, "Let's party." And I couldn't hold it, dude. Every time the robot came in, I would start laughing, and they'd be like, "Cut, we got to go again." And you have to get the master shot. You got to get the wide. So I ruined 5 takes, and then I just started blaming John Heater. So that's another immature thing that people do, where they're like, well, he started it. So, John Heater was Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah. So
I would break, and they'd be like, "Cut." And I'm like, "John did it. He started it." And he'd be like, "No, I didn't." "Nick, you're lying." And I'm like, "No, he did." And then he started breaking after me, and it was just a disaster. So to answer your question, every scene in Grandma's Boy that involved the robot guy, it was tough.
That seems so fun, though. I've done a couple things like that where you gotta not laugh but to do it with your friends.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys genuinely are having just fucking so much fun as work.
Yeah. It's a blast.
That's insane. How'd you get into this group? How do you become friends with Adam Sandler if you're a young comedian or Norm or all the whole or Spade or all the guys? How did you get into the gang?
The weird thing is I've never met them. They're all holograms. I have no idea who they are.
Simulation.
I'm going to give you a compliment. We have a mutual friend, Sam Morrell.
Sam.
The stand-up. So viewers out there, Julian did a bit in Sam's movie and Sam raved about you. He said you were phenomenal. He said you showed up super prepared, took it really seriously, and were great.
Well, that's my guy.
Yeah.
I know he's putting his hard-earned money and time into it. I wanted to...
Yeah, but that's really cool, though, because a lot of people... Not a lot of people, but some people don't know what they're doing or take it seriously, and they think you're going to like comedy camp or something.
No.
Fuck off.
No, I recently just did a movie, and I have like a comedy type character, and it was tough. It was tough.
In what way?
Just like I didn't want to be the guy to laugh.
Right.
Because I didn't want to fuck up the scene.
Yeah.
And have everyone have to start everything over or just like, it's kind of like when you're in class with your kid, when you're a kid, you're in class and you're sitting there telling jokes with your boys and trying not to laugh out loud and the teacher catches you and you don't want to be the one that gets caught. So like, those are fucking crazy.
Well, and it's the same thing when you're told not to do something, like you cannot laugh.
No.
Do not laugh. And you're like, and then you're looking at your buddy and you're just, and it's all eye contact where it's like, fucking don't, dude. Don't laugh. Don't. And it doesn't even take anything. It just takes a look of like an eye squint. Yeah.
Like just what
they're thinking.
Yes.
And everybody knows that feeling throughout their lives, whether it's work, school, anything. You just know that feeling where you're so in tune with your buddy that you're like, oh no.
Oh my God.
And when you're on the set of a movie, the director's like the parent.
Yeah.
So he's sitting here yelling at me and Sandler, like, you guys. And, but to answer your question, so my first Comedy Central Presents, I think was in 2000. And I was a kid. I was probably 22. And Sandler saw that. He was in bed with his wife and he was flipping through channels, saw Comedy Central, and then watched my special and then wrote my name down. And he went into the office and he was like, does anybody know who this kid is? And they're like, oh, that's that new kid, Nick Swardson. And I told jokes about my grandma in the special. So Sandler was like, well, we have this. He called my manager and tracked me down. And they called me up and they're like, Sandler wants to meet you about a movie called Grandma's Boy because he saw your special and your grandma jokes. So then I went in and met Sandler and just sat down with him. And he was like, you are so good. You are funniest. Sorry. I overdo that impression, but I can't not do
it's
it.
Good. It's good. It's a good impression. You hit 3 thus far that have been elite. Who else did you do? He did Spade, really good.
Spade was awesome.
Sandler
was awesome.
And there was one more.
Gronk.
Gronk's really good.
Gronk's not perfect, but it's solid.
It's getting there.
Yeah, but it's Sandler I know really well. I would do that around the office at Happy Madison. I'd walk around the halls and be like, hey, why are you doing? And Adam would be like, all right, yeah. And I'd be like, no, yeah, me. And then he would punch me in the face. No. But so Sandler saw it. I went in, met with him, and he was awesome. And we just shot the shit. And he's like, I have this movie called Grandma's Boy that Alan Covert, who was the lead, wrote with another writer. And he's like, it's a PG-13 romantic comedy. We don't want to do that. We want to make it hard R. So they were like, just make it insane. You can literally do page 1, whatever you want, and write yourself in the movie, write a part for yourself. And then I just started coming up with this world of, the fucking robot guy and the monkey. And it was a kid in a candy store. It's so rare that you get the leisure of being like, here you go. You've got a movie, making it insane. It's the best. So I'm trying to Did
you have any experience at that point at writing in a character for a movie?
The only experience I had was my friend Jamie Kennedy. Years before that, we were doing a gig together, and he was like, I have this idea for the character I do on stage, B-Rad, the white rapper. And he goes, I want to do a movie about it. And so just spitballing, I was like, oh, well, you should have like a scene like this and a scene like this and this character. And he goes, why don't you just write it? And I'm like, I don't know how to write a movie. And he's like, well, you can see something. So then I crashed with Jamie and I got a screenwriting book and I hand wrote a script called Suckers. And it was a Dumb and Dumber R-rated white rapper comedy. And we couldn't get it made. We almost got it made. And then he got a show on Warner Brothers. And then they picked up my script and they were like, this is crazy. It's way too crazy. So they were like, well, we're going to have somebody rewrite it. And they wrote and became Malibu's Most Wanted. So I kind of knew the structure of writing. And then with Grandma's Boy, I got a script already. So I was just doing a page 1 rewrite. Okay. So it was a little easier when you have a template of a structure there. And then you're just adding insanity. So that was great. And then after that, Sandler called me up about Benchwarmers. And then I just started working with Adam.
Now, is there a group chat that you guys are all in?
Oh, yeah. It's the best. Who's in the when we're on tour, well, we're not on a chat anymore, but when we're on tour, it would be all of us. It would be Sandler, me, Spade, Schneider, Tim Meadows, Kevin Nealon.
Is Schneider still in it?
Yeah.
They didn't kick him out yet?
No.
Okay.
Norm at the time,
Love
rest
Norm,
in peace.
RP.
So we would always, we would always be on these threads, and it was so great. Norm was the best on the threads. So I remember one time we were all excited on tour, and we were in the northeast, and then we were going down to Florida. So everybody was on the thread, and we're like, can't wait for Florida, super excited. And Norm's like, yeah, Florida. Yeah, I'll see you there. And we're like, yeah, all right, we'll see you in Orlando. Norm was meeting us from LA. And then we got to Orlando, and we're at the hotel, and we're like, okay, we're all here. Hey, Norm, are you here yet? And then nothing. And we're like, Norm, we have a show. Are you here? And he's like, where? And we're like, Orlando. We're in Orlando. We have a show. And he goes, what? In Orlando? We have what are you talking about? And we're like, we have a fucking show. You just said 2 days ago, I can't wait to see you in Orlando. It's on the thread. And he's like, no. Are you serious? And we're like, oh my God. And we're like, are you really not here? And he just forgot and didn't go. And luckily he wasn't announced, but it was still like, good God.
Before you got here, we were talking about it. We were doing impressions of what Norm would say if, like, I don't know how it came up, but like some big guy came in and tackled you or something. And we were saying that Norm would probably just be sitting back with like a beer in his hand and say, hey, Nick, you gonna suck his dick? I don't know where that came. I love that. That was a great Norm.
I mean, that's not bad, Julian.
That's not great.
Pretty good. That was really
bad. Like those little hitty, and you just did it with what you said. Like just those like random, like, no, he wasn't paying attention.
He was the best. He loved fucking with people.
He loves sports too, didn't he?
He loves sports. He's a big Canadian, big Canada fan. But yeah, he loved to mess with Spade and stuff, and it was so fun. Spade's fun to mess with.
Why is Spade fun to mess with?
Because Spade, he just has like idiosyncrasies. He says just certain things, and Norm would he would like to try to kiss David on the mouth or something. Or he'd put his arm around David. He'd be like, all right. And I'd be like, well, what's wrong? What are you doing? Are you scared or what? And then, just stuff like that. That was fun.
Man.
But yeah, that was my history with Sandler. And then through that, I met everybody else, then the floodgates, especially when I started doing Benchwarmers and I got to know Rob and David and, we cast Napoleon Dynamite. And so that was fun writing that because it was cool. I was a big fan of David's, all those guys. So when you're writing for someone's voice, it's really cool. And David read the first draft of Benchwarmers and he called me and he was like, how did you get this right? He's like, it sounds exactly like how I talk, my style, my jokes. And I was like, yeah, I watched you guys. And people don't realize that. Those SNL years, like, Adam Sandler and David Spade, Rob Schneider, Chris Rock, Chris Farley, they were all on SNL. So when, the show that you watch, the young generation doesn't understand, like you had powerhouses on one show. Mike Myers, I mean, guys like that were all on fucking Saturday Night Live as kids. It was crazy.
What happened to Mike Myers?
I don't know. I don't know the dude. But
saw him in Inglourious Bastards the last time I ever seen him.
Yeah, I think.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, that's right.
That was like the last time you really saw him.
Yeah.
He's living on Austin Powers money?
I guess.
Yeah, maybe some Love Guru bucks in there too. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he had some ones that didn't do that great. And I think he was probably like, I'm out or something. You know what I mean? Because that can happen.
There's a
new Shrek coming out.
New Shrek.
Oh, yeah, dude.
shout out.
That's right. What am I thinking?
New Shrek.
Dude, the Shrek money.
I forgot Shrek.
Yeah, Shrek
I
money's
mean,
long.
that is massive. I heard something. I don't know if it's true. I read it, so it must be true. But Cameron Diaz, you could probably look it up. Her total time doing voiceover for Shrek was like 8 hours for all 3 movies. And she made $60 million.
That's called a businesswoman.
Dude, that is baller. And that's just your voice. You just show up like this in a booth and you just record your voice.
I wish I could read.
I know. Don't you wish you could read?
Well, because then I would try to do that kind of stuff. Get up in there and, just.
Yeah. You got to work on that, man.
Yeah, you got to work on that. That's my New Year's resolution.
I like that.
I'm going to learn to read.
Which year, though? 5 years from now?
It's March.
Probably next year.
Okay.
Next year. I'll kick it down the road.
I like
it's
that.
Kind of like giving your quarterback a little extra money.
Yeah.
Kick it down the road. That's what the GMs always say. You just re-sign them. Kick it down the road.
Got to get under the cap.
I want to pause for a minute and talk about something personal to me. I've had the privilege of working closely with Robert Kraft for a long time. And one thing I've always respected is how seriously he takes standing up to hate. As a Jewish athlete, my identity is a huge part of who I am. I'm proud of it. But I've also felt what it's like when people judge you or label you or target you just for that. That's why this new commercial from Blue Square Alliance Against Hate that aired during the big game stuck with me. It shows a kid being targeted at school for being Jewish, and another kid covers the hate with the blue square and walks beside him in solidarity. That moment says everything. Standing up doesn't always mean confrontation. Sometimes it's empathy. Sometimes it's presence. And when you're on a team, in sports or life, you don't leave people to walk alone. If you want to show support, post the blue square and learn more at standuptojewishhate.org. All right, real quick, take a look at yourself right now.
Why? What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. You look like a guy running on 3 hours of sleep and vibes.
Okay, yeah, I'm tired, kind of cranky, and very thirsty.
Congrats. Those are some of the potential signs of mild dehydration. And I bet your last bathroom break showed you another sign. Your buddy might be throwing you a penalty flag.
So what's the play call?
Liquid IV Hydration Multiplier. 1 stick in water helps hydrate faster than water alone.
Okay, but where's the proof?
Liquid IV's clinical studies, not just a guy I know, real science, results you can trust.
Well, take a look at me now. Liquid IV is officially part of my daily hydration routine. Pass the firecracker popsicle flavor.
Stay hydrated like a pro, not like Jack before this. Stock up on Liquid IV Hydration Multiplier at liquid-iv.com and use the promo code NUTHOUSE for 20% off your first purchase. Well, let's go back into time. This is a segment where we go back to the time where the game took place. We go over some of the pop culture. This game took place January 9th.
Wait, let me say one thing before we do that.
Yeah.
I want to say my affinity for Boston and Boston sports.
We didn't even get into it.
A lot of people wouldn't know this, but I love Boston. It's a great comedy town, great drinking town.
Great town.
One of my favorite bars, Daisy Buchanan's.
Not there no more.
Not there anymore.
I used to party with McLovin there.
No way.
Yes. And I told you the story. I loved Superbad.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You must have been on Cloud 9.
Cloud 9. I was like 23 years old.
He's great. Christopher Mintz-Plasse. He's awesome, dude.
Awesome, dude.
But I grew up in Minnesota, born and raised, but we didn't have a basketball team. So I grew up a diehard Celtics fan. because Kevin McHale went to the University of Minnesota. So I became a lifelong Celtics fan. And then the Patriots were so horrendous back in the day that I always kind of was like, I always feel bad for teams that don't do well. And I was always like, oh, they're cool. And I hate the Yankees. So I hated the Yankees and I loved Wade Boggs and players like that. So I have these Boston roots. So that's kind of cool.
Daisy Buchanan's, man.
And then Minnesota, within the span of like, you can probably look this up. I think 2 or 3 seasons, we gave New England Randy Moss, Kevin Garnett, and David Ortiz.
Wow.
All of those came from Minnesota.
I didn't even think about that.
The Timberwolves
Yeah, I did.
That's crazy.
That's what's funny. I did.
Wow.
How'd that work out?
Sorry.
Yeah. You didn't have to add that.
Sorry, Nick.
How
sorry.
did that work out? Is what he added.
Now,
I was bold enough to even say that happened.
what, the Timberwolves weren't around when you were a kid? When they come in?
I mean, not until later.
Came in like, because I remember KG and what's his name? Starberry on that bad boy.
Oh, yeah. They had great teams. They just had to go against that fucking Laker team, dude. That Shaq, Kobe.
Ugh.
It was just so brutal to get past them.
So you watched them though.
Yeah.
You watched
Yeah,
them.
I support the Wolves. But when I was like a little kid, the Larry Bird, Danny Ainge era, when I was a kid, that was so exciting. Kevin McHale.
You ever see a game in the Garden?
Yeah.
Garden's fun.
Love it. Love the Garden.
Great environment. It's crazy how it's changed, bro. Down there.
I know. It's like, I'm glad I'm around when those stadiums were not a name of a store or something. You know what I mean?
Staples.
Little Caesars. All these things. It's
Mercedes
like
Dome.
Pepto-Bismol Dome.
Pornhub Center.
Pornhub.
In Miami, they got to do that. They always tease it.
They
got to do it.
They got
to do it.
Do what?
Miami
Name it
is,
the Pornhub or the
Pornhub has tried to buy Miami Stadium a couple times.
I mean, if anybody, Miami would be the most conducive to that.
It would be great.
I mean, Miami just...
Maybe get
Miami
in there.
feels like you're on a porn set.
It does.
Everywhere
it does.
you walk, it doesn't matter. You can walk into a gas station and you're like, are we about to fuck?
You just randomly
Like,
get
what's going on right now? What is going on right now? I wanted a Slurpee. Now this has changed.
They have Uber
Big time.
Bang Bus down there, I think. Instead of Uber XL and all those other ones, you can actually get in it.
Are you serious?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, God. See, that's where we're at in this world where I would believe that.
That's actually a great idea.
That'd be tight.
It's not a bad
Vegas.
idea.
Hey,
OnlyFans.
Clip that.
Let's go back into time now and go over the pop culture. This game took place January 9th, 2005. And the number 1 movie, Meet the Fockers. Great comedy in the
Now we're
theaters. Something Nick is trying to get back
Thank God.
to the world right now. I love those Meet Fockers movies.
Yeah, they're great. Meet the Parents is epic.
Meet the
I love the
Parents.
story of Ben Stiller saying when they were in between takes, when him and De Niro were in the car, he said that it was way more awkward than when they were on set and supposed to be awkward with each other. He said that he's like just sitting in the car waiting for the director to say action. They were just quietly in the car. I mean, I'm paraphrasing his story, but
Do you
that was
think
the gist of it.
were they methoding in?
De Niro might have been.
Yeah.
I could see that, but it's like, I don't know if I was just sitting in a car with De Niro. I don't know what I would say.
Now, is there a little rivalry between like the Ben Stiller movies, the Sandler trees, the
we're all
Seth Rogen
friends.
guys?
Apatow.
No, everyone's friends. Like Apatow and Sandler were roommates back in the day. I mean, Rogan did Funny People with Adam. I was in Blades of Glory with Will Ferrell. Love Blades of Glory.
I did too.
All-timer.
I did a movie called 30 Minutes or Less with me and Danny McBride and Jesse Eisenberg that Stiller produced. So, I mean, we're all in the same. I mean, Stiller was in Billy Madison or Happy Gilmore, and he was in Happy Gilmore too.
Yeah.
And he came back in Happy too. So
now your back's going to hurt because you just pulled landscaping.
it's my fingers hurt. There's so many quotable lines from all that. I could probably quote the whole movie of Dumb and Dumber. I think that's one of the most perfect movies ever made. Even just the side dialogue, even just a throwaway line.
Eat your burger. Or how's your burger?
How's your burger?
Why don't you eat up? We'll let you know.
Even just that.
Pills are good.
Pills are good. But even like just the point of that, a line like, how's your burger? If you read that, you're like, oh, okay, it's how's your burger. But you know, that delivery, that's what makes somebody special is just the intonation, the energy behind it. That's why Jim Carrey's such a legend.
Was that really him though at that award ceremony, or did they get a clone?
I don't know.
Because he had blue eyes. I saw that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Jim Carrey played Andy Kaufman, so it's like the guy that was perpetually fucking with people his whole career. So who knows? I don't know Jim well.
MTV, remember he came in as the guy when the MTV Awards?
Yeah, it was legendary.
He's a ledge, dude. I love Jim Carrey.
Well, it's just so fearless. He just doesn't.
He's fearless, and he's got an elite talent with his body and face.
Yeah.
Like that's not, you can't do that shit. Like he can do all this crazy athletic movement
contortions and stuff like that.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah. If people want to go down a dive on the internet of going on YouTube and finding Jim Carrey's early stand-up days, because he used to do impressions, but they were just his facial. He would morph his face into James Dean and Clint Eastwood. And the really cool thing is he threw that whole act away. He didn't want to do that anymore, and he didn't want to be that guy that did that. And so he started from scratch and did the Comedy Store, and he would do just kind of experimental stuff and bomb and all this stuff, but he just wasn't happy with where it was going. He wanted to do what he was happy doing.
Yeah, well,
that's wild.
Peter Farrelly spoke to my class back in film school, and he told the story from Dumb and Dumber, and it was that the studio wanted the final shot for them to get on the bus for the Hawaiian tropics.
Oh, my friend's a little slow.
Peter Farrelly and Jim Carrey, they knew that was the bad. They couldn't do that, but the studio wanted it. So he, Farrelly said to Carrey, after we do the scene that we want, the shot that we want, go in your bus or go in the trailer and don't come out. Like pretend like you're having a fit. Like we'll be good. And then he did that, and then they just burned the day, and then the studio forgot it, and they got the ending that they wanted.
Oh, that's great. Wow. And that ending, see, that's the thing. That's what you deal with studios and networks, though, because you have to get these notes and you get pushback, and it makes you lose your mind. So as an audience member and people that see stuff, and even in general, when people are like, why aren't there more comedies? Like, Nick, why aren't you in more movies? It's so hard to get stuff made, especially now. I mean, the last 10 movies I've seen in the theaters, and people can attest to this, every trailer is a horror movie. Every trailer is horror and gore, and it's violent. And I remember a movie I just saw a couple days ago, and it was all violent trailers. And somebody in the crowd just goes, "Are there comedies anymore?" Like out loud, someone just mumbled it. And I was like, God, that's what I'm trying to do.
It's either horror or you got to have Tom Cruise or Brad Pitt.
Well, yeah, because people, you want to sell overseas, especially with the streamers. Everyone's in India and China. And so you have billions of people, and they want that market, and comedy just doesn't translate. Yeah. So it's super frustrating, but I'm going to do my best. And then if not, I'll just move back to Key West. Something.
Hey, nobody I'd rather have carrying the torch, man.
Yeah, we got to get it back. We got to get it back.
Oh, and to talk about what you were saying earlier, when I was on the show Reno 911 that aired for 7 seasons, that whole show was improvised. And even the movie Reno 911 Miami, which we just had an anniversary of, that was all improvised. So that was the best, because talk about people breaking, you never knew what was coming. So whatever anybody was going to say, my character Terry was so outlandish and insane. So my goal was to break every other cast member. That was my goal. I'm like, I'm going to try to get everybody. And it was hard because everyone's a trained improviser. But there was one time, you can see it, where Christina Applegate played my wife. She was a big fan of the show. She's awesome. By the way, support her. She's going through some awful times right now. She's got a new book out, but support Christina. So she's playing my wife, and Lieutenant Dangle, played by Tom Lennon, is brilliant. He pulls up to Terry and his wife, and I'm like, "Oh, this is my wife." And she's like, "Hi, I'm Simi." Jay is silent, and Tom's like, "This is your wife? Terry, you have a wife?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "So you guys you guys do it? You guys have..." And I go, "No, when we get into the bedroom, I can't get hard, and then I vomit." And it was the only time I think I got him, where he was like, okay. And it's my crowning achievement.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Those Reno 911, those were fun.
Yeah, they were aggressive.
National Treasure. I love that movie. Spanglish. I loved that movie.
Yeah, that's Sandler.
I love Sandler and some of his, what is it? More drama-y? Is that a drama? Is that a drama-comedy?
Yeah.
That's a drom-com.
Drom-com, is that what they call it?
James Brooks, who's a legend. He did As Good as It Gets, which is Great movie.
That was a Jack, right?
Yeah.
Those are always those were
Also,
were
The
fun.
Simpsons too, right?
Yeah.
$1 Million Baby was out. First season of Deadwood and Entourage. Entourage was a fucking
Entourage is great.
All timer.
well. I don't know if it was a great, but everyone loved it.
Yeah, it was solid. All those guys. I'm good buddies with Kevin Dillon and Jerry Ferrara. They're both big sports fans.
What about Matt Dillon in Something About Mary? That guy.
Oh, dude.
Oh my
killed
God.
Just the retards line alone is so good. It's like, and that's another thing that people have to realize when you do context to a line or a character, it's not somebody literally saying that.
Yeah.
It's like a character is saying that.
Yeah.
It's
Make
so
believe.
funny how people don't get context anymore. It's like, come on, people. You gotta, come on.
This year, the New England Patriots won the Super Bowl. Peyton Manning was the MVP. Heisman Trophy winner Matt Leinart
Ooh.
and the USC Trojans won that natty.
It was like
Dude.
4 days before the.
That was a crazy game. That was the Vince Young game.
No,
that was the
That's
next
not?
year.
Yeah.
This was Oklahoma.
this is when they kicked the shit out of
okay.
Because
Oklahoma.
it was in 2000. It's a 2004 season.
Oh,
but
yeah,
it
that's
plays in
right.
2005, which I still
always-
It always
gets us
fucks
every
It
time.
always
it
fucks
fucks me up still with like school. I tell
know.
everyone I graduated in 04, but that was the football season. I actually graduated in 05.
Right.
You know,
Sounds like you didn't graduate at all.
yeah, well, I did.
Let's look into that.
Yeah, you guys assholes.
I've got a quick story. One of my buddies is she's from Texas and she's a diehard Longhorns fan. And so the next year when Matt played Vince in that crazy game. So watch the game. It's historic. After the game, I call her up. She had tickets. And I go, hey, Roxanne, holy shit, that game was insane. Were you freaking out? And she goes, oh, no, I missed it. And I go, what do you mean? She goes, I tailgated and pregame too hard. And then I passed out my truck. And I woke up at 4 in the afternoon. And I missed the whole game. And I'm like, oh my God, you missed the craziest fucking game ever. And that's another thing about drinking. It's like, I've missed not things that crazy, but I've missed so many things where I'm just like, damn it. Why did it? There's so many games I've been to that I don't
Oh, I get it.
remember. We all know that we've all been
We've
there.
all been there. We've all
But I
been
couldn't believe she
Roxanne!
missed that game.
Oh, that's brutal.
Brutal.
Oh,
Jackie,
my
let's
God.
jump into this game. Hit these Green Bay
Let's
Packers.
run through these Packers real quick. 10-6. Won the division. Slow start though. Lost 4 of the first 5. Rallied though. Won 6 in a row. Came back. Had a top 10 offense. They're averaging 26 points per game. Defense though on the other end, bottom 10, 23rd ranked. Let up almost 24 a game. We're deep in the Favre era here. This is a 12th year of the Favre era.
The
in,
12th year.
Green Bay. So
Good God. I
mean,
mean, really?
crazy.
And then he went to the Vikings 5 years after this.
Isn't that crazy? The timeline's just
insane.
not adding up. You got guys like Donald Driver, you got the Bubba Franks of the world.
Right.
I mean, Gabaja, Bia Miller, Al Harris,
Green.
Darren Shaw.
Green,
I mean, this was a
Ryan
good,
Longwell.
good little era for the Packers, of course.
Al Harris.
Al Harris, shout
Bubba
out.
Franks. I loved Bubba Franks. I love the
Bubba.
big tight end.
Bubba.
Now, what do you remember of this Packers team generation?
They were really annoying. It was really tricky because Favre is one of those players that's such a gamer. You know, before he went and like robbed an orphanage or whatever the fuck he did. But he was such a gamer, and we didn't want him. I didn't want him on the Vikings. It was really hard when he came over because it was like, this is a guy we fucking hated for 15 years of just this kryptonite. And then he came to the Vikes, and we were like, still not sure. And then he had that game with Greg Lewis where he
hit him
threw
in the
that
back of the end zone.
dart. And then conversion, everybody was on board. But like, yeah, if people want to look that up, you don't have to, but.
I played with Greg Lewis.
Oh, you did?
He was there my rookie year every morning, like it was clockwork. He'd just sit in his one spot. He'd have his croissant sandwich from Dunkin' Kings, their Dunkin' Donuts.
Elite combo.
Say, what's up, Greg? He'd be like, what's up, young buck? He'd just eat his sandwich.
Yeah.
Who is the Packer you hated the most, Brett Favre? Easily.
Favre, for sure. I mean, I didn't love Driver, but Favre was at the epicenter because he was, it was Favre. It was Favre's team. And yeah. I mean, I hated all of them, but Favre. And then Rodgers fucking came along. It just, and then, we have like a quarterback just lottery constantly. And the Packers have lucked out with this 2 guys and now Love. And they've had 3 quarterbacks over the course of 30 years.
40, almost, damn near.
Yeah. I mean, that's horrifying.
It's crazy.
We've had so many quarterbacks. We've had 4 quarterbacks in 1 year.
Last like 4.
1 game. I think there was a game where we had 4 quarterbacks.
I don't think there's 4 quarterbacks on the roster.
No, there was a game where I blacked out and went on the field and I took a snap. It's somewhere you can find it.
That was right when the Hogtua girl broke her, she tore ACL.
Yeah. Exactly.
Jackie, break down the Vikings. Let's hear about
let's get
these
into
snaps.
these Vikings real quick.
Head coach Mike Tice.
Shout out Mike Tice. Looks like a football coach.
He
All time.
you know one thing about Mike Tice?
What?
He fucked it for the whole league with that ticket scandal thing.
Oh, which selling the Super Bowl tickets.
Because when you used to go to the Super Bowl, guys used to go and you would get 12, 15 tickets. And if you were like a no-name guy, you could make 50 grand cash, 60 grand cash and sell your tickets. Not anymore after Mike Tice.
Thanks,
and that
Tice.
whole thing. Thanks,
Got to ruin it for all of us, buddy.
Thanks, Tice.
Thanks, Tice.
Trying to just make a couple bucks here. Me personally, I was a Denny Green guy, but Mike
I
Tice.
love Danny Green.
Love Denny
R.I.P.
Green. Rest in
R.I.P.,
peace,
man.
Denny Green.
Amen. What a ledge. 8-8 team struggled down the stretch, still made it into the playoffs. We got to talk about Dante Culpepper this year. Second in MVP voting, absolutely balling out, almost threw for 5,000 yards.
Dude, he was such a beast, and he had because he looked bigger than he was 6'4", I think.
He was
the
large.
same,
Looked like a mountain
but he
of a
was
man.
the same
He was thick.
size as Brady.
He was thick, though.
Yeah,
he was real
260.
thick.
He was thick.
And the
2C thick.
the dude ran the ball, which he ended up going out with a knee injury, obviously. But you know, when you run the ball like that at that size, and he was, dude, that guy could pick up in this game. He would just bust out 12-yard runs
all day.
Yeah, you can't tackle a guy like that.
No, and then he faked the run and he hit his little running back. Remember in the flat and it went.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, it's so crazy. Then they disappeared. This team.
Dude, and we were coming off another team that vanished was the 98 Vikings where we had Cunningham. And we were 15-1.
Oh,
it was like
lost to Falcons.
Lost to the Falcons.
Dude.
The missed field goal from Gary Anderson.
Gary Anderson.
And then Morton Anderson hit 2.
He got cut, and then we picked up Morton Anderson.
Who's on this team.
We decided he's on this team.
He's on this team.
We decided to run it back with the Andersons.
Morton Anderson in the Hall of Fame. One of the few place kickers. Not the only place kicker.
Well, he played like 30 years.
Before we move on to
And
the
Vinatieri now. And Vinatieri.
Yo,
He
shout
played
out.
so long that he played when they actually named people Morton.
Yeah. Well, he's from
That's
Denmark.
not a fucking name anymore.
He's
Hey,
from
Morton.
Europe.
What?
Where's that Gary? We're getting two Anderson
He's
confused
Denmark,
over
I
here.
think.
Gary was in 98.
Yeah,
This was
Gary-
Morton.
This is
But
Morton.
which one's from Europe? Which one's the
I think
Danish?
Morton is
Morton's
from
Danish, I think.
Danish. He's from
Holland?
Denmark.
Denmark?
I don't know.
Was he
Doesn't matter.
born in Denmark?
He could be one of those.
So Morton's just like Josh in Denmark?
The Great
Like that
Dane. He's
name?
from Denmark, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but then fucking Gary's from South Africa.
The single bar of
I'm
Gary
kidding.
Anderson.
What, are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh.
Can we pivot? No, he is, right? Gary Anderson is South Africa. Morton is Denmark.
So you had both the
Well, he
Andersons.
probably moved back there after 98.
I didn't realize.
Good God.
Can't show his face.
Fuck, man.
Can we talk, before we move on to the game and the lead up, we got to talk about this boat party
The
season.
boat party.
This is the boat party season. Lake Minnetonka, shout
This
out.
was the season?
This
is
Yes.
the
On
party.
Lake Minnetonka?
Yes.
In their defense, Lake Minnetonka is pretty great, man.
I was just going to say, what's
It's
the
a really
scouting
good-
report on Lake Minnetonka?
It's like one of our most baller lakes.
Hell yeah.
It's in a really great part of town, a great part of Minnesota, and it's a party starter in the summer, man. So yeah, it wasn't like it was in January. Yeah, they're on a
Houseboats?
boat. They're on a boat in the summer.
Rented a couple boats, flew in some ladies.
Why not, dude? Why not?
Sound like a fun time.
I
Yep,
know.
couple
Go look that one up if you got some
sea
time.
breezes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Culpepper was up in there. You had Bryant McKinney in there. Fred Smoot.
Nate
Was he-
Burleson?
Nate
Nate
Burleson.
Smoot. Nate Burleson.
Was Nate there?
Yeah, Nate was there.
Nate Burleson underrated, by the way.
He balled out this game.
He balled out this.
He really did.
Culpepper balled out this game.
Had a
He
great
balled
year,
the
too.
shit out of Favre in this game.
I mean, Nate had over 1,000 yards this season.
And Nate's great on TV.
He's great.
I love Nate on TV.
He's great.
He keeps his little swag up.
Yeah,
See,
shout
you know,
out to Nate Burleson.
Nate.
I like
Which-
that Favre threw 4 interceptions in this game.
All time.
And the Vikings were like, ooh, we could use that. How do we get that on our team? Fucking
eye on this guy.
assholes.
Oh, man.
His
Randy
last
was
throw
not
as
at
a
the boat
Viking
party,
was
though.
a pick, remember?
Yes, Julian.
Yeah. And
I
then-
remember.
and it didn't need it.
Well, see, here's what I'll do. I'm going to defend his choice there because we were not really in field goal range, legit field goal range. Sidney Rice was his best receiver. He was getting murdered and headhunted, which Sean Payton got fucking busted for. So it was official. So I felt like Brett was getting decimated. So I think he was like, if I can just get 10 more yards. So honestly, I don't fault him for that. And I fucking hate Sean Payton because of that, because we would have won the Super Bowl that year. And I remember I was on a set with this movie Ridiculous Six, the Western with Sandler, and Taylor Lautner was in the movie, and Taylor's friends with Sean Payton, and he was all excited, came to set, and he's like, "Hey guys, my friend Sean Payton's coming to set," and I was like, "It's a joke, right?" And everyone's like, "Oh, cool, Sean Payton," and I'm like, "Fuck that!" I go, "I am out of here," and Sandler's like, "Wow, what's going on here?" And I go, "Fucking that guy cost us a Super Bowl with this Bounty Gate bullshit, man. Fuck that guy." And Sandler's like, "I gotta chill out. Yeah, too mad." And I'm like, "Fuck this, dude." And I walked off. I'm like, I'm not gonna be around this guy. And he brought a box of Saints gear. Like, come on. I have nothing against the Saints, but that dude, no.
Is that the origin of the Kevin James movie?
Home team.
Yeah,
Home
dude.
team. That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm not going to be in that. Thank God.
No.
That would have been a hard no.
Can we talk about that absurd friendship? Taylor Lautner and Sean Payton.
I know, it's so random.
That's so random.
Super random, but...
Let's get into the game, Jackie.
Oh my God, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm going to lose my mind if we keep
Team
talking
Edward,
about-
Team Jacob over here, bro.
Yeah, it's Team Swardson or Team Sean. That's where we've
Team
moved on
Swardson
to.
all day.
You make the fucking call on that. Damn it.
Oh my gosh. Should we run through this game real
Let's run
quick?
through the game.
We're at chilly Lambeau Field. 26 out there today.
Wait, I know I keep stalling. What's Lambeau like to play in?
Lambeau's awesome.
Yeah, I've never been, but I would definitely go. It's so iconic.
Yeah, it was grass it's like a Kentucky blue long grass. So you don't get like the Bermuda, like the South grass.
I hate that.
It's a little slower. But like it's just it feels like you're in a museum. You know, like
I mean, it is.
It literally is. It is. And you go into the town and it's just like one block of buildings and then the big ass stadium. And it's not even like buildings. It's like maybe 6 stories.
It's like a hotel.
Like one hotel. They live, breathe, die football. You feel the energy. It's kind of like when you go to Fenway or you go to Wrigley.
Yeah, totally.
You get that just nostalgic feeling.
Yeah, I did a casino outside of Green Bay last year, and it was my first time in Green Bay in my whole life. And I stayed downtown, and I went to the stadium, and I looked around, and I made a video of it. Whatever. And but it was cool, man, because it is like
You still have benches.
it's this tiny town, and every house is decked in Packer stuff. And you know, even though I dislike them, I respect the love and you know, their whole vibe.
1,000%.
Yeah.
We got to run through this game. We talked a little bit about it early. Get out to a hot start with his Mo Lewis TD, 7-0. Strike again. Culpepper to Moss in 7 plays. 2 TDs in quick succession. We're up 14-0 here. Then we got a Favre pick. Antoine Winfield beast. Getting leads to a field goal. We're up 17-0. Green Bay gets on the board late in the first. Got a lot of fireworks early on in this thing. 17-3. Another 10-play drive-ins and a Bubba Franks TD. We're cutting this thing 17-10. Another Favre interception sets up another Minnesota TD. 24-10 takes us into the half. Favre comes out in the third. Another pick, baby. We got 3 punts going back-to-back. Another Favre pick. Then Green Bay drives, puts together a 9-play, 78-yarder, ends in a TD, 24-17. Getting a little nervous here. At Lambeau, tides are turning a little bit. Then it takes us to the fourth quarter, 34-yarder, Culpepper to Randy.
Yep.
Gets us up 31-17.
That was sick.
And that's the moment, baby, that the full moon comes out at Lambeau. And that would pretty much be the play that puts it away. We would end 31-17.
Yeah, that was a
Take us through that play when you were watching it.
What
the
do you mean?
moon play.
Oh, dude, I just blacked out. I was fucking so excited. I was freaking out, screaming. I mean, it was, how do you not just lose your mind? Because was the nail.
Logo.
You know what I mean? I mean, there's still
slant.
plenty of time, but you could feel that shutting them down. And then here we go. Oh my God.
Come on, Buck, live a little, brother.
That was a disgusting display. I mean, come on. It was so quick, too. And like, again,
you could barely see.
well, yeah, I didn't even, when that happened, I didn't even think about it. I was like, oh, that's funny. I wasn't like, oh.
He didn't get fined for that, did he?
I think
Dude, he got it. He got in shit for that.
He did 10K.
Yeah.
At 10K
Yeah,
for that?
he,
cash
yeah,
homie
he got
paid it.
fined for that.
Straight cash,
But
homie.
that
Is that the
was-
straight cash, homie, where it came from?
No, that was a
I think that was
different fine. Let me
earlier.
double check what that one was for.
But that was, I remember Red McCombs was like, that's it. And that was the start of getting rid of Randy Moss. And then he came back to the Vikings for kind
Moss.
of a second and then went to the Titans, which is like
From the Niners. He went from the Niners. He left us, went to
Minnesota for a second.
Minnesota. And then he went to the Niners.
Went to
Then
a
he
Super Bowl with the Niners, too.
Went to the Super Bowl with the Niners. Then he went to Tennessee.
I was so bummed he didn't get a ring.
I know.
I was so bummed, man. That's a guy. I started crying when Garnett won a ring for the Celtics and he's on the court and I think he has the trophy and he said, this is for Minnesota. I share this with Minnesota, whatever he said. And I was like, like such a sad, I have such a sad sports life.
He went to the Titans after the Vikings. And then
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the
Nick
straight
right.
cash
Nick was
homie
right.
origin, by the way.
It was.
I'm sorry about that.
This.
That was, yes.
Oh, it was?
It was.
Oh, yeah, because he paid the fine.
Yeah.
In straight
Yeah,
cash.
that's right.
That's
Duh.
right. Straight cash,
homie.
sorry.
Yeah.
All time. So this gave us a lot. There's a lot of ramifications from this, man. This is awesome.
Yeah.
What a moment in history.
Dude, I've never met Randy.
Randy's awesome.
He seems like he's the best.
He's awesome if you know him. And he's also changed a lot, I think. Just because he's done TV now, he's kind of let his guard down a little.
Yeah, he seems
Because
chill.
he's great on TV.
He's great, man.
But he was like, I only played with him for a year and a half and we traded him. But I played with him and he would bust my balls, but he'd always like lift me up when no one was looking. Or like I had to get like the rookie always had to go get the food before the flight for
Right.
guys. You had to pay for it and all that. And I didn't make much money. I was a 7th round guy. And Randy would always make me go get it. And he'd always slide me like $400 and give me the money to go get it. And it's like he always looked out for me. But around people, he'd be busting my balls like, get out of here, Adam. No, But
Right.
when no one was looking, he'd be like, hey, man, just keep your hands up on that one. You know, he'd always like coach me up, love
He's
me
like
up.
Daisy B's, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Go get lit. Go get lit. Yeah.
So-
he
Oh,
has-
man. Let's put a bow on this bad boy. Final score 31-17. Vikings win it. Randy finishes with 4 receptions, 70 yards, 2 big tutties. And they would go on to fall in the divisional round
To the Eagles.
to the hated Philadelphia Eagles.
McNabb.
McNabb.
And they went to the Super
So you're
Bowl.
on
They would go
cloud
to the
9.
Super Bowl. Lose to the
You
Pats.
guys beat the Packers in the playoffs. You land grandma's boy. You're writing goddamn movie the
Yep.
next year. This was the time for you.
It was a Sword Nation year right there.
go.
This
dude.
was a Sword Nation year.
And
Let's
then
go.
fucking, yeah. Then we lose to the Eagles. Grandma's boy bombs in the movie theater.
Aaron Rodgers drafted this
That's
year.
right.
too.
Moss
Yeah.
gets traded to Oakland
Everything
in
just,
March. Oh, man.
yeah.
But grandma, them DVD bucks, baby.
The
Grandma's boy.
DVD bucks.
Shout out,
Dude,
36.
and I said this before. I'm like, when we were making it and we were done with it, and we would test the movie in the theaters, and it would kill. The crowd would just go nuts. But I'm like, this isn't gonna work in the theater. Like, they didn't know how to market it. It was right in that gray area of the internet where Twitter wasn't there. There was no real groundswell that you could do on the internet, and it just was a weird movie. But I knew when the DVD hit that it would spread. I mean, it's bigger than anything I've done. And I've done movies that have made hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And Grandma's Boy is the go-to movie for people. And so if I can get these movies off the ground, make sure people listening that, you know, like go to the theater and support them because it's so important. And a lot of people are like, why don't you make more movies like Grandma's Boy? I'm like, dude, it bombed. Movies like Hot Rod, movies like
Loved Hot
MacGruber, movies
Loved
like Your
MacGruber.
Highness. Like, if you don't see them, and I get you want to stay home with the DVD or whatever, but we can't make more if people don't get out there. So we'll need help.
Also, go buy physical media too. With all these streamers consolidating, you don't know anything is anywhere. Just go buy the fucking shit too.
Amen.
Buy a DVD,
I just buy
buy some
from Apple.
DVDs.
That's why I put my specials on YouTube now.
Yeah.
I just don't have any ego to be like, well, I'm not on some streamer. I'm like, yeah, just watch it. You know what I mean? It's there.
Yeah.
Go for it.
My nickname was MacGruber when I had long hair from Amendola.
Oh, that's right. You did have
I had
long hair.
and Dola used to call me MacGruber. Hey, MacGruber, go grab your water.
That's a great one. That's a good reference.
I'd sit there and be writing his fucking license plate down the whole time. Fuck
Yeah.
you, Danny.
He would have celery stick in his ass cheeks. Yeah, he knew what he was doing, man.
All right, let's name the game and score it. Is this the greatest game of all time? Let's score it. Nick, decimals are encouraged. We came up with these names, but if you have a name, since you're in comedy and you have great writing skills, you can come up with the name of your own. We came up with the Randy Moss Moon game, the Disgusting Act game, or the Shut Up Joe Buck game.
Ooh.
Or if something you want to go.
What about straight ass homie game?
There it is. Oh, yes.
Yeah, I mean, comedy. It's fucking great.
And we found the name of my next special.
Straight ass.
You heard it here first.
Let's go. All right. Stakes 0 to 10 of this playoff game between division rivals. Stakes, decimals encouraged, 0 to 10.
I don't think I understand the question.
The stakes, like the
Playoff game.
Is this a highly staked game? Is this an important game? Is this a regular season? No, like, you know, we're
The stakes of the game.
the stakes of the game.
I mean, 10.
A 10.
Winner
Yeah,
go home.
It's not
Winner
a,
go home.
not a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, it has to be a 10.
Or it's 10.
Rivalry.
Like,
First
who would
time
be
they've
like,
ever
I
been
don't
in the
know,
playoffs?
4.3.
Nah, you know, it's like a 7.8.
This is the first time the Vikings and the Packers met in the playoffs too.
Oh,
Which
that,
is
that makes it
crazy. That's
8.2.
That's crazy.
That makes 8.2 for me. 8.2. Jack, what do you got?
Let's see. I had a 8.6. We're in the same ballpark.
At 8.1.
Nice, nice.
Okay. The star power of this game. Stars including who was on the field. Maybe you were at the game. Maybe you were in the building.
Star power.
Star power.
Randy Moss.
Randy Moss,
Favre
Brett
and
Favre,
Moss, dude.
2 Hall of Famers.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Antoine Winfield loved him. Bubba Franks.
Not a ton of Hall of Famers from this game. Usually there's more from an era.
I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a 7.9.
7.9.
I like
That's
that. Pro score.
That's a pro score. I'm gonna go with a 7.7.
8.2. 8.2.
At a 7.8.
7.8. Oh, we're
Okay,
all
so we're on
kind
the
of
same
we're all
ballpark.
kind
I
of
like
around
this.
each other.
Dude, we are.
Cluster.
The gameplay of this 31 to 17 blowout, but
4 picks.
4 picks, a lot of
The
defense.
gameplay for both sides altogether.
What the viewer, the gameplay.
How like entertaining was it?
Like the Texas USC game, like that's like a 9.9 on gameplay.
Oh, I see. Okay. Gameplay. I'm gonna say 8.1.
It's good score.
right.
Good score. I'm gonna go with gameplay 7.9.
At a 7.8, we're right there, baby.
At 7.0.
Nice.
Now-
Look at us.
Whoa.
This is where you can make up the name of the game. We grade the straight ass homie name.
Also the cultural impact, like how much you think of
This
this
is
game. Yeah.
This actually has a huge cultural impact.
I might need to redo my score because of how great that name is, but we'll
The
see. what
butterfly
happens
effect
there.
leads the straight cats.
Yeah,
we're
leads
naming
him
the
to
game.
the Patriots.
or we're grading the name.
Wait, we're getting the names that
The name that you gave it, we're gonna grade it.
12.
Yes.
Well, never
Yep.
never
Broke
seen
the scale,
that.
baby.
The only Ray Bork did 11 once.
He did 11.
Who
Well,
did?
Ray Bork. You got a little carried away.
Okay.
I got to go with the 9.1. That's a
good.
great.
Strong, brother.
And everyone remembers the fucking Randy Moss Moon game.
Yeah.
8.4. I went too low. Was giving Randy a little numerology.
Yeah.
I'm upping it, baby. I'm gonna go with a 9.5.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dude,
Nice.
right, all over it.
9.1.
Like,
Where
yeah.
does it stand? Excel spreadsheets. We get the average and then we put it on the board and see where it
So
lands.
it's an
Nick.
8.49.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
That's
So that
really
is
good.
our new 28th game. It's just behind the wheelchair game, 2008 NBA Finals, Game 1.
Did he
Celtics
shit his
versus
He did
Lakers.
not.
He did not shit his pants.
He
And
didn't.
just
Did
ahead
he
of
shit
the-
his pants? We got confirmation. Paul Pierce did not shit his pants. in
Weak
that
his
game.
knee.
Yeah. And then just ahead of the 2003 AFC Championship game, Colts versus Patriots, the Ty Law 3-interception game against Peyton Manning.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You fought the law and the law won.
That's a good spot for it.
God, number one, Falcons, Patriots. I still think about that. Oh,
What do you think about?
well, just like what Matt Ryan, just having to just sit with that
Ever?
forever, dude.
Ever.
Forever. I mean, and I'm not. This isn't a diss at all. I just I feel for athletes, man. I'm like,
No, I
it's
do
just
too.
gotta. I mean, as a voyeur, I'm like, God damn. Even though I get mad at people, I'm still like a human. Where I'm like, oof, brutal.
I mean, if you think on it on a human level, it is because like we had 3 of that generation. They never got any. It was a fair world. You'd think they'd get one.
Yeah, brutal, dude. And like, I always trip out. Like athletes, I always get really fired up. I remember I was at a premiere for Zohan in New York, and this guy comes up and he goes, "Hey man, I saw the movie. It was great. You're really funny." And I'm like, "Thanks, man." And we're at the bar and I get a drink, and he's like, "So, you know, how'd this role come about? Whatever." So we start talking, and I'm like, "Oh, are you like an actor or something?" And he's like, "No, I play football." And I'm like, "Oh, what do you play professionally?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'm on the Giants." And I go, "What? What's your name?" And he's like, "David Tyree." And I'm like, "You're fucking David Tyree?" This was after the whole thing. And I'm like, oh my God, my mind was like, I lost my shit, dude. I'm like, oh my God, like, what is your life like? And he's like, yeah, I'm writing a book and blah, blah, blah. He was super nice. And but like blew my mind. And then he got cut the next year.
He did get cut. That's
Him and Greg Lewis are doing curling now or something. I don't know.
Is Greg Lewis? I thought he was coaching,
Yeah, he's coaching.
but he was curling too.
No, Julian, come on, man.
Oh.
No, but there is a Viking that was curling.
Jared Allen.
Jared Allen.
Jared
Yeah.
Allen. Dude,
Yeah.
Jared Allen rules.
I love Jared Allen.
Yeah, he's great, man.
He must have been a fun guy to be a fan of too. Like,
Dude, he was so fun. And just the fact that his number was like 69.
Yeah.
It was just like,
everything. He was just a
Celebration.
funny fucking dude. He had the mullet.
Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer.
Dude, one of my prized possessions is Jared Allen headband night. And it was a Vikings headband with a mullet sewn into it. And dude, I've wore that word out many times.
Well, Nick, did we miss anything from this game?
Not really, no. I mean, the crazy thing that we've already touched on, but I think it should be really looked at, is Culpepper's stats compared to Favre's in Lambeau is fucking wild. I mean, just look at the comparison of their stats. It's like crazy. Favre was like 1 for 4, maybe a touchdown and 4 picks, and Culpepper had no picks and 4 TDs.
yeah.
Like, that's wild.
I mean, this.
Culpepper, 19 for 29, 284 yards and 4 touchdowns. He also had 47 rushing touchdowns. Brett Favre, 22 for 33, 216, 1 touchdown, 4 picks, 2 sacks.
It's crazy. This Vikings
And a fumble.
in the 7-year span didn't get a Super Bowl
It's so depressing.
because that offense. I mean, Nate Burleson was a really good 3. Did they have Chris Carter still?
No, he wasn't on this team.
He
Carter
wasn't
was
on
not
there?
on that team, no. But he was
Like,
on
but-
98 team.
But on the 98 team, was Nate on that team?
No.
Burleson was not. Carter
No.
and Moss were on that team.
Well, they always had like a really
And we
good
had
guy
Randall
with
Cunningham.
Randy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then they had Bennett, who was a really good running back.
Bennett was a great running back.
I mean, they always had good players.
I know. It's,
Jermaine Wiggins.
oh my
I
God.
love
Wiggy. There's no plot.
Wiggy. He's a Boston guy.
Matt Burke on this team.
Matt Burke. Yep.
Yeah.
I know. Well, we're going to get one.
I mean, never know.
Not for, the next 20 seasons.
I think
but
Kevin
when the
O'Connell-
robots are implemented.
I think Kevin
And-
O'Connell is a great coach. I played with him. He knows he's a quarterback whisperer. They just got to find the right quarterback and keep Justin Jefferson happy until then.
That's the key right now is Justin Jefferson. And I think let's maybe do away with the whispering. Let's get a quarterback screamer. Let's get a little louder. I
Wow.
think the whisper is not working. I just think it's lame to be like, get out there.
Who
That
does
doesn't-
that?
Yeah, that's
He's
not
making
firing
the
anybody
quarterback
up.
whisperer.
Oh, the quarterback.
Quarterback whisper.
Double
Jesus,
emergency.
man.
Comedy's so above my head. The comedy
Well-
guy is above my head. Just dumb athlete, jock.
Yeah, it's
X's
fine,
and
man.
O's.
Well, they prepped me for this before.
At least he didn't ask.
They said Julian, yeah.
He usually asks comedians like, what's their major like trauma?
Yeah,
This
what's
is
your
latest.
major trauma?
Oh, that's a smart question. Good God.
Well, I mean,
My
Sam
mom
Morril
pulled a
being
gun out of her vagina on Christmas and blew her head off. There, are you happy? Are you happy? I just got over it.
Sam Morril he would always tell me comedy. You know, we did the show for a long time together, and he would always say, "Yeah, comedy. A lot of the guys have a traumatic thing that happened."
Yeah,
to
we've
them."
already covered it. I'm a Vikings fan.
Everyone, go check out Toilet Head on YouTube today. Anything else we can plug?
No, I'm doing my best to get comedies back in the movie theater. So I'll be on Instagram, Real Nick Swardson. I'll have updates. And then next year, I'll be back on the road doing my tour. And this is actually the real title. It's called Dear Diarrhea. So updates on my social media. Love you guys. Cheers. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Nick. Appreciate you coming on. Wow. What a fun guest, and what a fun game to go over.
The man.
Scored high.
Scored high. What, deservingly so.
I mean,
It's before we didn't mention it. It's right before the Immaculate Reception. So
On our list?
Yeah.
But
But a lot of cultural
Immaculate
relevance.
Reception was a playoff game
Yeah.
in the same kind of category. But this one, to this newer generation, is probably known because of the moon thing.
it was a where were you moment, for me at least. Where were you when Randy Moss mooned Lambeau? You know what I mean?
I mean, there's a
Straight ass,
statue-
homie. What a great
Straight
name.
ass. Oh, that's
The
awesome.
Vikings with a statue from Moon.
They should.
That'd be
They
sick.
should.
They should.
Sick.
I'd be down.
Randy
Like a
deserves a
petition.
statue.
Randy
He
deserves
does.
statues in multiple places.
Yeah.
Legend.
It's Canton.
Hey,
Randy belongs
the
in
bus,
league.
baby. We love you, Randy.
We love you, Randy.
And
Fun
Nick
game.
was
Keep
awesome.
fighting.
What a guy. Nick, ball knower, cool dude.
He loves sports.
Love him.
He was a fun guest.
All time.
I can't wait to see him get comedy back in the theater.
I got faith in him, man. Nobody I'd rather have doing it. Let's go, Nick.
Might have to talk to his homeboy. I mean, Sandler's a streamer right now.
Yeah, come on, man.
But
Come on, say man.
but Sandman just had the drama, right? That got Oscar noms, didn't he?
What?
Oh,
Uncut
Jay
Gems?
Kelly?
Oh, Jay
Yeah.
Kelly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't a Sandler movie, though.
Noah.
Yeah.
He's still in it.
He was great in it. He was awesome in it. Gloon Dog was awesome in it.
I didn't see it yet.
It was good.
It's good.
No, I liked it a lot.
Yeah. Well,
Kyler,
what a
not so
game,
much.
huh?
Kyler making faces over here.
It was all right.
I loved
It
it.
had a really good premise. I didn't think they executed.
I gotta watch it.
Worth the
It's
watch.
It's a Netflix. Turn it on and watch it. It's worth watching.
Yeah.
We love you, Sandman. Please come on the show.
We love you, Sandman, coming on the show. But Nick was awesome. Thanks again to Nick Swardson. Go check out Toilet Bowl.
Ed.
Bullet head. Go on
Go
YouTube.
check
We'll
out-
link it. We'll link it on YouTube.
We're gonna
Link on
link
it,
it.
yeah.
We're gonna link it. Go check out Toilet Head. I can't wait to hear his next comedy special with the naming.
It's gonna be
And
awesome.
Hearing about the naming
I
behind
love it.
And that's been another episode of Games with Names. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcast. Comment a game you want us to do. And remember,
Rate and review.
leave us a 5-star review on Spotify while you're there. Remember to follow Games with Names on YouTube, Instagram, X, TikTok, Snapchat, and Facebook. Leave a comment on the YouTube full episodes. We'll read the best ones in the future episodes. Leave a message on the old hotline. That number is 424-291-2290. We'll see you guys next week. Games with Names, a production of iHeartRadio. For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts.